Aging well is my favorite subject. And today I'd like to talk about styling specifically for women over 50 as it relates to one of my favorite brands. I've long been a COS fan, but this review may surprise you. I've noted some substantive changes in the pre-fall haul that I've made of COS items. And I think the changes that they've made are significant and not necessarily for the better. So I'll be giving you my honest review of a number of pieces that I purchased just this week from my local COS. With that, let's get started. Let's always start with the positive. The positive is I love the bold, jewel-like colors that are featured this year in pre-fall knitwear for COS. We're seeing some beautiful cobalt blues that I think are wonderful on most coloring. I also think the rich purple jewel tone that we're going to see, we saw it on the runway and we certainly see it in a number of pieces from COS. And I think that's a wonderful additional pop of color. But and I'll talk about it specifically with each individual outfit that I've put together, where I think COS has come up short. Let's have a look at outfit number 1. You're probably aware and familiar with my methodology for shopping a haul, but just in case you're new to the channel, you should know that I'm someone who needs to touch and try on before I purchase. So I do that to our local COS. One of the things I noticed on the website before going to the store is I noticed when I hit on size guide, I immediately saw the following proviso, and it reads, "We've updated our small, medium, and large sizes based on your feedback. Please refer to the size guide." That to me was a red flag to be aware that the sizing might be different this season. And sure enough, I certainly found that it is. I particularly love this outfit number 1. I love the color of the cobalt blue in the top, which is referred to as a merino wool mock neck tank. I love the color of the blue. I love the crepe long shorts. I think I will get so much use out of that. And if you're already an owner of the linen elasticated shorts that also come in black from COS, those could slip into this outfit equally as beautifully. I'll link both of them in the description box below. I'm very interested in your feedback on what you think of some of the outfits that I've put together. Do you think I should keep the pieces that I'm showing? Always love your comments. So let me know what you think as we move along. Here's what I noticed. I love the idea of a mock neck tank. I love it because I think it's a beautiful transitional piece. You're wearing a sweater, but your arms aren't covered, which means you're not as warm. I also love the fact that it makes for a beautiful under a blazer outfit. But I noticed 2 important changes in the sizing. I took a small in this top, assuming that that would be perfect. I found 2 things. 1, the shoulder is quite a bit wider than I expected it would be. But most importantly, it is definitely longer than I expected it to be. You'll notice I had to scrunch it up just a little bit. Perhaps this is a top that is best tucked in, but it's definitely long. So if you are someone that has a short torso, this top is not for you. If, however, you are somebody that has quite a long torso, you might love the cut of this top. I'll mention here that the top comes in at least 2 colors, a cobalt blue and a beige mélange. It only comes in 2. And I will be showing both of them. I feel as though the cobalt blue would be wonderful under a gray sweater, a gray blazer, either at light or charcoal. I think it would be beautiful under black. Love this mock neck tank, but I do want to add the proviso that I feel as though it's quite a bit wider than I expected in my size, as well as a little bit longer. So much. This next outfit shows those beautiful jewel tone purple that I said COS was looking into this season. I think the color is spectacular. It's a color that would work so beautifully with navies and blacks and grays. Just thought, pushing myself to wear a little purple, this would be a great opportunity. But I'm certainly not going to do it with this merino wool turtleneck top. It comes in 3 colors. It's available in purple, green, as well as the white. I have to admit, I only tried on the purple. I don't know if you can tell from the image, but I find the top very see-through in a way that I don't think is nice. There are some tops that I think are meant to be see-through, and there are others that are not. For me, this falls into the it should not be see-through. First, I tried it on with a nude colored bra, assuming that you then would not see through it, but I still was able to make out the clear delineation. I then put on a black bra, and I'm not satisfied with it either. I also found it to be extremely tight. It is a close-fitting top, but I felt that the small on me was tighter than usual, and I thought it crinkled up in a very unflattering way around the waist. It also is a top that has thumb holes. Are you familiar with that, when a long sleeve top has a thumb hole? Personally, I'm not a fan. So what I tend to do is scrunch up the sleeves. Frankly, I often do that anyway. But this top is definitely not for me. I also found the merino wool. I usually love merino wool, and I love it because I feel that it's lighter, it's easier to wear, and I've often heard friends say that they can wear merino wool, whereas they can't wear other wools, and they find that merino wool is not itchy. I found this one to be itchy, and I'm not someone who usually responds to merino wool. So right off the top, even though I think this color is lovely, this will not be a top that will wind up in my wardrobe. Cute. Here is the second color of the merino wool mock neck tank. The first was the cobalt blue. This is the second, referred to as the beige mélange. I was concerned that it might be a little too wide in the shoulder and that it might be a little too long in the body. The measurement that's provided is that it's 24.8 inches in length along the back of the sweater. It's the measurement for the small. But I do love the color. I think this is a beautiful neutral brown. It would look beautiful under grays, particularly under camels and browns. It's just a beautiful, beautiful color. And I think it pairs very nicely with the charcoal gray skirt that I purchased last season, if you remember. It's the Lulu Saison skirt, and I'll be sure to link an equivalent skirt. If you've enjoyed the video so far, please give it a like. And if you're interested in watching more videos on the subject of aging well, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. We cover subjects such as healthy eating, healthy exercise, and looking after our skin. We're all about the considerations to ensure that we always look as good as we feel. Thank you so much for considering to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Next, you see here that beautiful cobalt blue again. It's in a merino wool cardigan. This is one of the pieces I have the most questions for COS. I don't understand why they made the changes that they do. It is boxy. And as I mentioned in my opening remarks, boxy is a particularly beautiful shape when you're wearing a longer, leaner leg of either a skirt or a trouser. So I thought it was a great decision for them to continue to do the boxy sweater. They did it again a bit last year, and they're doing it more this year in different colors. I, in fact, own, you might remember, the taupe version of this very same sweater, which I showed in maybe my pre-fall or my fall COS haul last year. I love this, and I wear it all the time. But they're not the same. It's not the same sweater. First of all, last year's purchase, if you measure the back line of the sweater, is 20 inches long in the small. So same size. But the measurement of this cobalt blue sweater is only 18.8 inches. An inch is a lot of difference. I feel it's short on me. So I highlight that as a consideration. If you're somebody that already owned the cardigan and you're thinking of purchasing the exact same size, take note of the measurements that are included online. You may well find, as I did with the small, that the sweater is shorter. My preference would have been that it was the same length as the sweater that I bought last year. Second important difference is this cobalt blue cardigan isn't nearly as soft as the one I bought last year. This is a beautiful quality of merino wool. I'm not saying the cobalt blue is bad quality. I'm simply saying it's not the same. It's not as soft as my last year purchase. It's different in two ways. It's not as long, and it's not as soft. For me, those two considerations matter. In addition to the merino wool cardigan coming in cobalt blue this year, it is also available in the gray that you see on the image at the moment. It also comes in a replica of the one I bought last year, the beige mélange, and it also comes in a rich chocolate brown. What you see now in the image is the gray version. I'm showing it to you unbuttoned. I think that it is more forgiving if you're worried about having lost the inch of length. I think it's more forgiving if you decided to wear the cardigan unbuttoned. I think it's beautiful gray, particularly over a baby pink poplin shirt. I discovered this shirt from Brooks Brothers Women, and I think the quality is beautiful. I own it in pink and black, and I think it's really a beautiful, beautiful blouse. I will link it in the description box below. I specifically bought the pink with this gray merino wool cardigan from COS in mind. I'm not sure if I'll keep it. I'm not sure if I don't think it's just a little bit too short on my body. Less of a problem unbuttoned, but more of a problem for me when it's buttoned. Let me know what you think about the length of this boxy cardigan. Love to know. I think this black leather skirt available at COS, I'll link it below. I just think the gorgeous cobalt with the shiny leather of that beautiful straight skirt is perfection. I think it's an outfit that really is a go anywhere, do anything. I think I'd be just as comfortable having lunch in this outfit as I would going to drinks and dinner with a friend. It's the pieces that really take you to casual as well as slightly more dressy. Love a piece like that. Love this leather skirt. Now this piece is referred to as the diamond lace cardigan. It's the black sweater on top. It is not something I'd expect to find at COS. It's quite feminine. And when you'll notice I turn around, it's a huge surprise. It is very, very thin, and you can definitely see through it. But the see-through fabric in this cardigan is intentional. I think you can wear a pretty camisole underneath it. I think you can wear, if you're comfortable with a black bra showing through, as I show you in this. The back is a different pattern than the front and the sleeves. I just think it's really very subtly chic. I buttoned it all the way up to the top in the neck to create the juxtaposition of leaving it unbuttoned in the bottom of the cardigan, allowing it to splay out just a little bit. Personally, I can't wait to wear this outfit. This for me is a definite yes, but I understand that it is not for everyone. I am wearing a small in this cardigan, but it is perfectly fitted, not too fitted, but I leave that up to you. You may consider sizing up would give just a little bit more room. I'm wearing this with a really favorite English brand that I discovered. It's a woman-owned and run brand. It's called Slow. I will link it below. It is very much a luxury product. They're referred to as buttermilk silk bias trousers. It's the closest thing it could be to buttermilk. It's not lemon. It's much, much more subtle and sweet than that. I've had these trousers for years. I purchased them when she was just beginning her business. She's even sent me samples of colors of silk in the future to ask me which colors I think will be most successful to sell. So though I'm not an investor in her business, I feel emotionally involved in her business. So if you happen to love these trousers, I can't recommend them enough. The quality silk is divine. They're elasticated. They're super comfortable. I wear them to death 3 months of the year. Love them. So that is it for me. What I hope you found to be a useful, certainly an honest review of one of my favorite brands. Not every brand is going to get every single item perfect, every single season. As you know, they generate so much product. It's understandable that from time to time, there are pieces that I enjoy more than others. Let me know if you found this useful, and let me know which pieces you think I should keep. I'm always interested. And which ones are you interested in having a try on? I hope you're well. Thank you, as always, for watching. Get up, get dressed, be happy. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.